current batch in BD trials right now. Is there another trial next week or any other time soon in the future? To Bila.
I believe this question should be to Kak Vera since it's trial, right?
What to Vera then?
We're still going to have trials next week, sir, for the MBKM candidates.
I think that should be enough then. Yeah, I think that will round out the team fairly well.
Okay. Just want to confirm. So last week will be the last trial for MBKM batch ya, Kak Vera?
Next week.
Yeah, next week.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Then thank you. Okay, so we can move on to the next one, to BD web developers.
Okay, for web developers, we've been giving more distribution posts to more specific target, such as IT and computer major, as well as GDSC this past week. And we got, I think we still got less applicant for BE instead of FA. And yesterday, Kak Vera also confirmed it to me that we need more on BE. But today is basically the last day, so I think what I will do is going to do more distribution posts for regular internship to more GTSC at UUJM and MU and as well as the foreign country as well. So yeah, that's basically the plan for PD, web developer. I mean, thank you.
Okay, so this next plan for the distribution post for regular GTSC, this also apply to the other PD roles ya, Bila ya?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you for your confirmation. Any other comments from the other? Yeah.
All right. Okay. So thank you. Actually, I want to follow up regarding PD developers. So I think previously we were requesting for mobile app developers, right? For our BVCO. Is there any follow up or updates regarding that? Like, are we going to hire or hiring interns for backend mobile developers?
I don't think we currently have mobile developers roles ya, Kak ya?
We do actually. We have freelancer for that. We have done as a freelancer. Oh, I actually told Cindy previously regarding that, and I'm not sure if there's any follow up regarding that.
Yeah, I've follow up this with Kak Bayu, and Kak Bayu only allow the Flutter developer, not the mobile apps developer.
It's the same thing actually.
Oh, it's the same. Sorry, yeah, Kak. It's still on the Coda, but we haven't uploaded to the website, and I believe from the awareness team have no action to have campaign regarding the Flutter developer. For now, Kak, do you think that we should put it in the high priority campaign after this, Kak?
I should be the one asking that question actually.
From PD, do you have you request to us that you will need more Flutter developer?
Sorry, gimana? Sorry, I don't really get the question.
Oh yeah, from the PD side, have you requested to us that you will need more Flutter developer? Because as of now, we also do not see anything regarding the Flutter developer or the mobile apps developer in the high priority campaign stack.
Okay, so perhaps there's a misunderstanding here, right? Because I think previously me and Vidi talked with Cindy, right, regarding the request for this one. That's why I'm asking if there are any follow up. Is there any, like, are we going to continue with the mobile developer, or are we just gonna wait for the like backend or like front end developer?
Oh yeah. Okay. So for now, because I think there's a misunderstanding between us ya, Kak. Because I thought the Flutter developer is not really highly needed. So I'm still haven't done anything to campaigning the Flutter developer roles. I believe someone raised their hand.
Yeah, I do. Cindy, do you understand the workflow for a new request for a roles?
I have no visibility on that, Kak.
Oke, ya udah. Berarti itu ya frictionnya udah tahu kan salahnya, frictionnya di mana, siapa yang salah, tahu kan? And not for blaming, but you need to understand the flow. The question also the way that you ask shouldn't be questions Nadia kan. Nadia asking you, so you shouldn't ask back like is it a high priority campaign? Enggak dong, itu tanggung jawabnya HR, tanggung jawabnya employee funnel. So employee funnel yang decide whether it's a high priority, medium or low. Siapa yang prioritize that? Vera. Vera is the leader of campaign conversion kan. Jadi next time Cindy harus paham flow-nya seperti apa gitu. Jadi on meetings juga nggak bingung. Nadia juga jadi bingung kamu nanya ke Nadia kan. So after this I would suggest you to go to Vera, baca lagi, read again what is our guidelines for new roles being proposed or diminta requested by other chapters or funnel gitu.
Okay, thank you, Kak Ara. Is there any other comments for this campaign, PD web developers? No? Okay. So I guess we can move on to the next one. Is from PI chapters. Okay, so from me, the update is we have done 3 more distribution posts and 168 applicants coming mainly from MBKM. And for the frictions, I have found no friction so far. And for the next plan, I will start to job posting on NUS, NTU, and PSB job portal. And this will be done by next week, by January 28th. And for the long-term awareness strategy, I will try to find more events starting from January 24th. Is there any comments regarding my update? No. Okay, so we can continue to the next one. To the last one, to the other PD roles. To Bila again. Bila is not here.
Oh yeah, I'm here. Sorry. So basically, it's the same update, but I realized that I haven't put my distribution post report here. Basically, we did around it's 6 distribution posts for this week, as well as for the PD, and this is specifically for PO. But for PO and PD, it has a different campaign, which is why I forgot to put the report here. But it's basically the same the same strategy that as the other PD. I'm going to start distribution post for regular internship starting this and to the next week, and then we'll start planning other awareness strategy for post MBKM. So that's all. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Bila. Okay, so we can go to the next chapter ya. To HR intern and full time to Kak Ara.
Okay, so from my side, performance right now, hardly applicants from top tier university we get from MBKM intern positions. This, I think, could be in the future developed by the awareness team along with the conversions on how exactly we create the, I don't know what is it called, but itu loh kayak fanatic, apa sih, bukan fanatic ya, but making fans of BV, you know. Right now people only ya short term aja kan, the things that we do, we hire itu cuma short terms, but we want to create a community that have been following our company, our journey, our activities, BVE Talks, karena we know that there are multiples, let's say attendance, right? Attendance BVE Talk yang repeater. It means that they truly fancy the idea of BVE Talk. They also interested. They loyally to actually attend our events, right? So those type of people we need to create more, and we also need to engage with them in terms of not just attendees, but maybe in the future can be like potentials partner, potentials hires. So I think we need to start to think about strategy over there. In the framework, I'm thinking that actually on the if you guys noticed on the all hands that last time was delivered by Mr. Jing, this could be later on become the legacy part of awareness. So how do we attract the legacy people, in terms of applicants, in terms of partner and guests. I think that can be done. But in the specific meetings, I think we specifically targeted about hires that is truly a calling to be here in Bukit Vista. So that's one point, right? Second part is that we successfully hired targeted number of full-time positions. So far, I already been reported this to VD that we fulfilled 3 reservation team right now. But right now, Muti is temporarily become host because we also urgently needed that along with Tandy. And then in the next 1.5 months, we also need to hire 2 more hosts. This is to clarify Shailen's question previously. Frictions, as stated, I think this is the summary of first batch experience of selection for MBKM internship is that we happen not to find. Sorry, I'm not sure why I didn't finish the sentence, but we happen not to find the apa sih perbeda apa sih range the difference the composition of people applying to our company from top tier, medium tier, and then the low tier university still need to be examined further because as we can see that we have thousands of applicants, right? But mostly it's not the qualified one. It's not the students from the top tier university. That also can be worked on with awareness and conversion teams in the future on how exactly we engage in the next batch. We can actually attract more top tier university students. That's also can be done with transformation too, based on the experience on the current MBKM first batch of the internships, right? So that's the roles I think of transformation later on. The next plan, I think we're sequencing the available roles in the guest funnel with the needs of chapter 2 right now, and then we're thinking to refine the rejection letter. This is ideas from Mr. Jing that can drive traffics on our social media awareness. So again, I think this happens not much, but multiple times where applicants getting rejected, but they apply again, right? Reapplying again after some certain time. So the good part, if this person is actually improving, growing, then we can actually consider the second applications, right? And the more impact is that if this applicants is actually spread out the words of how amazing it is like to be here, even from selection process only. So I think this can drive the traffics on our rejection letter. I've already discussed this with Vera to actually edit and also like refine again our rejection letter from the WhatsApp or from emails, automated message. So yeah, I think that's the update from my side. Any comments? Please do. Thank you.
Kak Ara, I need to confirm. When will the refined rejection letter will be done, yeah?
Let's go over to Vera.
Hopefully it can be done as soon as possible, but I'll report back on Wednesday next week. Because I will need to discuss this with the PD team first. Because it's automated, yeah.
Okay, Miss Secretary, please put it on the comment ya. That Kak Vera need to go back next Wednesday ya Kak ya. Okay, thank you. Okay, is there any other comments to Kak Ara's update?
Cindy, I'll chime in. So listen up, everyone. We've had essentially a disruption actually happen in our recruiting process, which is the MBKM program. So I'm going to lay down a quick timeline for everybody and tell me if you guys agree or disagree. So before we had MBKM, we did university relations with all kinds of universities, and I think Vidi put it well. We had a golden generation come by summer of 2021, very highly qualified candidates from all the top schools, and then MBKM came in. And essentially, it was a disruption because it essentially cut off our pathway to getting direct access to universities for that. So now all the pathways for all interns and all universities goes through MBKM. So at the same time, we shifted our strategy from more of a long-term to a short-term hiring strategy. So that was necessary because we had priorities to hire in very urgent roles. So I don't remember the last time we did BBE talk, but I think it stopped at 17 sometime maybe mid last year. All right. So this is kind of like, I would say, maybe our new response to this disruption. MBKM is a gift, but it's also a threat at the same time. It's a gift because it can fulfill a lot of our short-term hiring needs. But in order to get it aligned to our long-term hiring needs, I think it is a good time to reposition into more long-term awareness strategies. such as getting our webinars, getting our e-talks, getting our legacy awareness programs back into place, so that by the time people go and they pick a company they want to intern at MBKM, we have a brand. We have some brand awareness. People know, oh yeah, Bukit Vista does work on cool data science projects, or oh, Bukit Vista does lead on some innovation things. And we don't get constantly put in the back of mind by people who forgo Bukit Vista to work at more brand aware startups. Okay. So it's an opportunity, I think, so that we can focus on the long term, because MBKM will help us with the short-term hires. And I think R is approaching this from the correct operational direction. Okay, that's my 2 cents.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Jing, for the enlightenment. I guess we can go to the next campaign, yeah, to be the intern to Shelin.
Okay, so from my side, right? Okay, so performance-wise, field the online assessment has actually like finished by the candidates, and yeah, the friction there mentioned just now, like the waiting time actually from Nadine, but so far she has done it like by the moment like we have this meeting, so the friction is technically crossed out in this case. And okay, next plan is basically to schedule interviews. So it should be held tomorrow for the interviews, and then if they pass, they will be invited for the 24th Jan trials. And okay, another friction on my side. Redash dashboard not updated accordingly, PD. So like the update is a bit it's a bit hard for us to like do the updates because we need to count manually at some point. Thank you.
Okay, Kak Shelin, have you talked to the PI team about the retouch?
I think I brought it up in the meeting last week as well.
Okay, so the problem has solved or not yet?
Masih ongoing.
Still ongoing.
Lagi di solve, yeah.
Yep. I think on the Monday Scrum, Nadia mentioned that it will be done on Monday.
Yep. Okay. Okay then. Is there any other comments to Kak Shelin? To Kak Shelin's update? Nope. Okay. Okay, so we can go to the next one, to PD web developers. Over to Kak Vera.
Okay, from PD, so I've done all the CV screening for from this week's batch, and I've already contacted some of the candidates. For the performance itself, I think we have have quite the supply for back end, but then for front end, we still don't have any candidates from MBKM, because like some of them drop out, but then we do have one, but then not from MBKM. So yeah, that is the friction, and the conclusion and actionable. We'll just continue the current ones. Yeah, so they're like in the middle of online assessment for now. Yeah.
Okay. I'm actually curious, Kak. Where does the 1FA trial comes from?
Okay, let me check first. I forgot. Wait.
Oh yeah. Okay. So while Kak Vera is checking, is there any other comments to Kak Vera's update?
Question to Vera. So for for developer position for MBKM, we're still lacking in front end, yeah, in this case.
Correct. Yes.
Okay, then I'll in that case, right, I'll just prioritize to send the email blast through front end, yeah, compared to back
Yes,
end.
please. Yes.
Okay, can.
Thank you.
Okay. Kak Vera, have you found the answer? Okay. Okay. Okay, then I think I will get back to you personally, ya Kak, later. It's okay. Okay, for the next one, to BA to Kak Vera again.
Okay, this is BA. Yeah. Currently we have 2 BA and 3 DS trial candidates, and for next week we're going to have 1 DS and 1 BA. Current friction is that no I think for now, no financial analyst and accounting candidates have been processed. So like we're currently rushing the process. So that is to Gibran. And then yeah, for the actionable, I think we can have, I wouldn't say stopping, but like continuing the current candidates that's already in the middle of the process for the BI roles.
Okay, thank you, Kak Vera, for the updates. Is there any comments for Kak Vera's updates? Okay, I guess that's enough. Thank you, Kak Vera, for the last one to other
Wait,
PD
Cindy.
roles. Yeah.
Before you asked about the front end intern, right? You mean the school or the source?
The source.
Oh, referral from
Or
referral.
referrals. Okay. Thank you, Kak Vera. Okay, for the last high priority campaigns, the other PD roles to Kak Shelin.
Okay, thank you. So from my side, this three specific role has been already directed to Rizka as well, like from 17th of Jan. But so far from my side, one UI UX designer will on is already invited for trials next week. See, so yeah, waiting for a reply on that case. Okay, friction wise, yeah, so apa I will need to apa add on apa maybe later on Rizka can like apa get more details as well, deliver more details on this. But yeah, apa seems that for PO and QA is a bit apa harder to fulfill, yeah, but not sure. Later Rizka can confirm. So yeah, next plan wise, to continue with the last scratch of the selection process, yeah, perhaps we can try apa shorten the time as well for the assessment so that we can have the interview by Sunday in this case. Thank you.
Okay, so I need to confirm. So this campaign has been handed over to Rizka, Kak Shelin.
Yes, for the hiring process wise since 17th of Jan.
Okay, so for the next week, the one that will report in this campaign is you or Rizka, or both of you.
Ideally should be Rizka.
And it should be Rizka, yeah. So just Rizka. Okay, Rizka, I've you've put your update here. Do you want to read your updates and elaborate to us?
Basically for the QA roles, I already interviewed one candidate, and later on in this today one and one tomorrow. And for the PO, actually there is only one candidate that passed the online assessment, and I will interview her in Saturday. So yeah, I think that's all for me, Cindy. Thank you.
Okay. I see that in the frictions you wrote that the quota cannot be fulfilled accordingly. Can you elaborate more?
It's basically it's the friction that already mentioned by Kak Shelin. So yeah.
Okay then. Okay. Okay, thank you Rizka and thank you Kak Shelin too. Because we've done with the hyper campaigns, we can move on to our discussion table, yeah. Oops. Okay, the first one that I need to follow up is this one to Kaara. I submitted the KPI to BI on transformation, currently still on review, and you will deliver it by today. Is there any update from your side, Kak?
Ya, I think KPI boleh dari siapa awareness dulu, siapa Bila ya.
To Bila.
From my side, I believe it's something that have been delivered by Kak.
Sorry, iya. Awareness udah. Conversion Vera dulu.
Okay. Today, can you scroll to the very top because I put it in the new topic discussion? But yeah. Yes,
Oh, this
that
is
is the refined SLA for conversion. I've also discussed this with VD, right? And then these are the KPIs and SLAs that we've come. There's a little bit of changes and apa namanya, of responsibility. Like previously in the engagement, yang the one who delivers 50% applicants, qualified applicants, was the conversion team, right? But then after the discussion, how to say this? It was more makes sense if it's the awareness team who bring it in, because the conversion team have no control in bringing like more qualified applicants, right? Which is why, as you can see, the three first points are in the engagement, and the server is public relations, and for the conversion is human resource. So I've added two new KPIs, which is the average time contacting candidates and then assigning to trials, and then the three is the three lowest is the, I guess it's the refined one. So so there's the win and loss ratio for the candidates pass the interview stage and the participate trial program, and the last KPI is the conversion percentage of employment contract signed. Yes.
Okay, thank you, Kak Vera. So when will we start using this SLA, Kak?
Actually, if Kak Ara already approved, I think we can start this as soon as possible. But then there's a note on the 1, 2, 3, 4, the fourth KPI. Yeah, the fourth KPI, I will need the help from the BI team to actually extract the data to redash first, right? And then baru bisa kayak kita apply gitu. Yeah.
Okay, so from the BI side, if you conducted the BI side, Kak, and ask when will this be done?
I've actually have done the pairing, see, but maybe to PD.
Yeah, I discussed this with Vera as well. When it will be done, let's try following up by Monday, maybe, Vera. For this one, the data is already available. Just need to be displayed on the dashcam.
Okay, so Ms. Secretary, please put it in the conclusion, yeah, for Kak Vidi to deliver the updates regarding the the SLA. Okay. Wait.
Cindy, I think Mr. Jing
Yeah.
wants to say something.
Oh yeah, to Mr. Jing. Mr. Jing. Oh, Mr. Jing is lagging. Yeah. Okay. So we can continue first, yeah. Okay. From transformation to Kak Ara.
Ini over to Cindy ya. Apa Shelin? Cindy, sorry.
Oh yeah, sorry. Please, Kak Shelin.
Okay, so for transformation, I've arranged
Cindy.
the meeting with Liz.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Actually. So okay, I'll continue first now. Okay, so basically the meeting is scheduled later after leadership at around like 4 p.m. later on. So it's been it could be like finalized after the meeting. So we don't have the exact numbers as of now. Later, like we can discuss it later with this.
Okay, so the exact number will be here after by today, ya Kak ya?
Yeah, by today should be possible in a way.
Okay, to Miss Secretary, please tag Kak Shelin ya to give the update by today. Okay, Mr. Jing, you're back.
Yep. Okay. I have a question actually, and this is a very pertinent point to introduce the question. Just earlier, Bayu, I think, did you hear my my introduction about the pre-disruption and post-disruption with MBKM?
No, I just joined.
Oh, okay. Okay, but Vidi heard about it, right? Okay, let's just go right from there. Do you think it's a good idea to change the awareness SLA based on that particular disruption? And the reason I bring it up is this. Because if we tie, most of these are short-term results, right? if we say we want 100 applicants every month, we want this, then instead of actually digging deep and creating that brand awareness, all right, we will be working on short-term activities to just bring in whatever applicants we can. We won't be targeting and doing long-form awareness. But if we change this to take into account, MBKM is kind of like this now. It's like you get 2 big harvests a year, and so you just need to get those 2 big harvests done correctly, and not necessarily think about, okay, what are you going to do this month? What are you going to do this month? So my proposal is this: is it time to think about how to actually adjust the awareness so that it is more focused on success in the MBKM batch, right? And do we get the correct amount of talent in the MBKM batch, rather than just saying we need a constant number of applicants every month? Because if we don't, then of course we will never reach our goals, right? We'll always be working on short-term goals. I'll ask Ara for that.
Yeah. Waiting for the chair, but okay. Sir, for that particular part, I would agree to actually tie it up to MBKM. That could be one thing, right? But also another part that going to be part of the concern is that we are still hiring for full-time position, right? And if we're focusing only for MBKM, then it's going to be successful long run, but also just for interns positions. So if you propose to actually tie it to MBKM, then there might be an additional, we need to also think about the full-time position. So then it will be like 2 type of SLA, right? SLA for
Yeah.
MBKM specifically and SLA for like general, like
Correct.
position
That's wise.
other than MBKM. So yeah.
Okay, that's wise. In this particular case, then, Ara, how would you want to go about this? This is absolutely a sub-discussion opportunity. Who would you want to invite into that sub-discussion to plan out the adjustment of an SLA?
I think this should be done by, of course, Bila, Gani, and can actually chip in me and Jing for the discussion.
Okay, all right. Let's delegate that and have that discussion, because I think that that would then make sure we have top-level alignment in the employee funnel.
Yeah. Also, as additional, this is to Gani and Bila before the meeting. I hope that you guys can draft kasar aja dulu, gak apa-apa, rough draft about what the SLA and KPI look like for both MBKM and for the long run as in full-time position. So yeah, thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Kak Ara and Mr. Ching. But a little update from me, Mr. Ching. So I believe, yeah, we have a very good success. We have a very high rate of applicants in this MBKM, but we also do not know whether there will. Of course, we hope that there will be more MBKM in more semester, but we also do not know whether we will have more MBKM in the next semester or no.
We should probably plan on having it, right, as our primary opportunity, because it's if we are going to go with an internship program, and internship programs are also vital to finding our full-time hires too in a lot of cases, then being part of MBKM is almost essential part of the entire plan. I think everybody remembers what it was like not to be part of MBKM from last September until now, right? It was really challenging. It was like we're all scrambling to find enough people. But with MBKM, you essentially have a very strong vehicle. Cindy, for the most part, I would plan strategically to make sure that we are always on MBKM. It is an enormous benefit to be on the right side, and it's an enormous drawback to be on the wrong side of the program. So let's just plan on being on MBKM as long as it exists. If it doesn't exist anymore, then we'll forget about it, yeah? But as long as it's around, then let's plan on being on MBKM.
Okay. Okay, thank you, Mr. Ching.
I have a question about this program actually.
Yeah, Kak Bayu.
Okay. I just get an information that the program will close on January 28th, right? Does this mean if we only will get the interns if we accept them before the 28th, or we can still onboard other interns? I think we have like 8,000, but so far there's only 4 that we are on trial. So what happened with the rest of them?
Okay.
I'll put on my side, nanti others boleh bantuin jawab dari awareness dan conversion. Kalau dari conversion on my side, Mas, as stated before, tapi tadi Mas Bayu nggak datang. It's because we have very least top tier university students that applying. Jadi 8.000 itu dari Universitas Palangkaraya, Universitas manalah Makassar gitu, dan kita since we want to screen out the candidates lebih cepat, the part of prioritization step that we use adalah menggunakan label top university. Jadi begitu nggak top university, kita nggak screenin itu, Mas. And that's the friction that I deliver juga in the beginning, that okay, so based on our experience right now, we see that MBKM kita masih belum sukses untuk menggait applicants from top tier university. So it's not that we didn't screen them, tapi memang sudah intended that memang kita mau prioritize top tier university. Itu yang pertama dari aku selection. Maybe from Bila yang awareness yang bisa kasih more picture also.
Okay, over to Bila.
Okay, it's something that we've been discussed with other MBKM partner with MBKM as well, that the timeline that made by MBKM is kind of weird, which is being complained by a lot of people as well, which is why from the awareness point of view as well as from the conversion, we believe that the timing was kind of a little bit too late for us, which is why we need to proceed in a very limited amount of time, which is why we found like this friction of we don't have enough time to like proceed this a lot of people, and for the confirmation there is no extension, so after 28 there will be no more people that can be recruited from MBKM program. However, these people can still be recruited on our regular internship though. So that will be a little bit information.
Okay, so I think the question is how we are going to help with this, right? Like for example in PD, this week's batch, I think I can get the verdict on day 3. No need to wait until 1 week, right? So if we decide to drop someone, is there actually a new candidate scheduled for next week already, or should we work with the existing candidate only? So I think I want to see the timeline, right? This week, let's say we have 4 in PD. Do we have any other candidate already waiting for next week? Because I think with this limited time we can use just to skip the non potential ones.
Okay, over to Kak Vera.
Okay, I think even though like you already know the verdict for these candidates, we do actually still bring candidates for next week, but then I would still suggest you to hold on the verdict until the 27. So then by 27, then you can like consider everyone again gitu loh for the final acceptance, karena we only have budget 3 people per roles aja gitu.
Oh, no, I mean karena kandidatnya terlalu banyak, so we don't want to waste our energy to screen everyone, right? If we know it on day 1 or day 2, we can just skip it right away, right?
About the CV screening, we prioritize
no, the trial.
Oh wait, can you repeat the question, Kak?
Karena minggu ini kita trial ada 4 orang. So for some of them, I know that they will not make it the trial, right? So I don't need to put much more effort untuk ngelakuin the rest of the week, right? Aku bisa bilang aja kamu stop trial, but not only doing that, but can we replace him with someone else so we can use the time for other candidate as well?
Oh, so you're saying kayak the trial itu kayak terus berlanjut gitu ya, Kak?
Ya.
For now sih nggak kepikiran gitu sih, lebih ke setiap minggu ada trial gitu, jadi kayak agak mampetnya di sana sih sebenarnya. Dan ini actually relates to the discussion that I'm going to brought up juga kan, karena kayak the official announcement is on 28, but then for next week batch trials, our trial will end on 29 kan. So I was like wondering, how can we compress the trial program like from 6 days to only like 4 days gitu sih. Jadi kayak agak bingung juga sekarang for that part.
Okay.
Oke, Mas,
So
aku
didn't
tambahin.
get
Jadi
that.
maksudnya Vera gini, tidak bisa karena ada couple of steps that is required to be done before the trial started. For example, we have daily journal. Daily journal itu kita let's say ada 3 days before trials, you need to watch this, this, and this. Then you need to come up with the summary of what is your takeaway of this video and bla bla bla. Nah itu makanya nggak bisa cepet-cepet bilang kayak, oke, trialnya besok bisa langsung nggak gitu, nggak bisa sih Mas. Dan people that is scheduled for Monday itu sudah di notify from now. Sekarang udah by now itu udah di notify that your trials will be on Monday gitu sih Mas. Jadi nggak bisa yang Monday ditarik ke hari ini, nggak bisa. And so on.
Okay,
Jadi ada
I see.
minimal.
Okay, can we have some like first liner, second liner gitu. Jadi dalam satu minggu instead of like 4 people, we notify 10 people, and we only do trial for this 4 people. If someone is dropped out, we can continue with the next one. Jing, do you have any idea?
Yeah, I have, let's make this a sub discussion because I think this is actually a really good topic and it needs to be done. Ara, this is, I think, something that Bayou and Vidi probably can actually assist with. I think what you're asking for, Bayou, is a pipeline, right? So essentially, can you have a continuous flow of candidates going through? And it's more, I think, an engineering design of how to actually get each process to kind of be in parallel rather than sequential. Let's do this, Ara. Why don't you schedule a time to talk with Bayou about this and devise a pipeline solution so that candidates can continuously replenish. It's only going to happen twice a year, right? So we might as well optimize it twice a year so that it has the best flow possible. And I think it's definitely possible before, I don't know, whenever the next MBIC time is, that we have a more efficient system. Okay, that's it. Pass it over.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Jing. For Mr. Secretary, please don't forget to put it in the conclusion, yeah, to have sub discussion. Okay, so for the next discussion that I'm going to brought is wait. Okay, for the internship certificates to Kak Nadia. Nadia will deliver the result by Monday. Is there any update on this one, Kak Nadia?
Which one is that, if I may know?
The internship certificate.
Yeah, I think it's already rolled out. Yeah, now actually has been used by the transformation team to confirm to challenge, perhaps. Oh yeah, it's done. Challenge already apart. Yeah, it's done already actually.
Okay. Okay, then I will put this on then, yeah. Thank you for the confirmation. Okay. To the next one, to Kak Ara's licensing system. Is there any update regarding this one, Kak Ara?
Yeah, from my side already done online assessment. Maybe VD can deliver about the live case study, individual SLA compliance and reservation review.
Yep. I think the MCQ questions have been rolled out. The score is automatically set, I believe, because it's Google form. The Google form can also evaluate it. I've passed the live case review to Kak Ara and Mr. Jing in the Dropbox paper. Yes, sir. I think you haven't answered me. I'll follow up with you on that. Yeah. But I've attached three or four example from the conversion team to Mr. Jing as the conversion chapter lead, and Katen this case to Kak Ara as the transformation chapter lead.
Where do you put the attachment?
No, I
Nggak
delivered directly.
Nggak ada di sini.
Yeah, nggak di sini.
VD, my question is that, okay, so kan kalau online assessment from HR udah done. Live case study required Jings and my review, right? So when would you expect everything, including the 1, 2, 3 part, to be done and deliver the result to by when, VD? For the SLA compliance, terus review experience, live case study.
Belum didiscuss sama yang evaluatornya sih, kayak deadline-nya kapan. But loosely, to Kak Ara and Mr. Jing, can it be evaluated by Monday?
Kalau kita bisa evaluated by Monday, but the SLA compliance sama live case study gimana?
Live case study. Oh ya, berarti live case study itu kasih pertanyaan ke kandidatnya berarti ya, kandidat.
I think so, and that's gonna be you, right, as leading the funnel, or siapa yang mau kasih?
Ya kasih case lagi ya berarti ya, sama di evaluate lagi nanti.
Ya.
Oke. Eh, yang itu jujur masih framework masih belum jelas sih. Kayak gimana cara roll out-nya masih belum kepikiran.
Kalau live case tadi kan kamu loh yang
Iya,
propose
iya,
live
ya
case
aku yang
tadi.
propose ya. Aku
Kamu
ingat.
bikin set of
Yes,
problem,
yes,
terus
yes, yes.
narasi, mereka answer gimana
Ya
gitu kan.
kayak OA
Soalnya
kan,
kalau
kayak OA kemarin.
ya kalau review doang, yang reservation review by Monday aku bisa searching,
Yep, yep, yep.
cuman entire-nya ini mau by one, jadi selesai biar ini topiknya close dan gitu.
Oke, next Friday selesai lah. Udah selesai next Friday. Udah
Ya,
ada
berarti
decision-nya.
ya oke deh, berarti diganti aja due date-nya by next Friday. Okay, thank you.
Okay. Okay, so for I need to confirm ya, Ko Vidi. So for the next Friday, can you list what the things that you will be doing? I mean, the things that will
Yep,
be done by
editing
next
di
Friday.
result ya.
Okay. Okay, thank you, Ko Vidi. Okay. For the next one, this is the topic from last year, but is there any update about this one, Ko Vidi?
No, this one is headed over to Kara, right? And the OKR.
Kayaknya ini udah done deh.
Ya.
Udah di-adopt juga, jadi you can move it to done sini.
Okay, then.
Kurang VSL sih, aku belum ada VSL di employee squad. Untuk hiringnya udah align.
Ya.
Okay. So how about the VSL, Kak? Will you do something about it? What?
Cindy paham nggak topiknya ini tentang apa?
So to get the VSL for the employee squad.
Nah, terus kita ngapain buat itu?
To choose someone.
Choose someone siapa?
From the employee squad to be the VSL.
Are you sure?
I'm not sure sih, Kak.
Nah,
Yeah,
first
it's
you
not
need to
for the
understand.
employee squad sih.
Ya,
Sorry?
nggak apa-apa, Fidi.
Okay.
Ya, first you need to understand dulu apa topiknya. Jadi ketika point out itu jadi biar nyambung gitu. Kalau kamu nanya ke aku, Kak mau ngapain, nggak nyambung. Kan aku udah bilang ini udah done. So basically the plan for this again, okay, for the team here that doesn't understand, ini itu adalah discussion between VD pertama terkait kebutuhan guest funnel. What are the positions needs to be filled? How does the sequencing for the team? Per kemarin sempat ada terminations kan on the HR side. So then we already discuss and agree, okay, ini bakalan kayak we require six team member in the team with one VSL and so on. So udah jalan sih basically, but I'm not sure memang tidak didiscuss ya kemarin karena ini udah jalan aja gitu. So karena I don't think we prioritize these discussions to be discussed, so that's why that it's still there. But basically it's already done.
Okay, then thank you for the confirmation ya, Kak Ara and Ko Vidi. So the next one we'll have this one, the MBKM strategy discussion. About the sub discussion about trial between Bayu and Vera, this one that just already added just now ya. Who added this?
Yeah, Cindy, that is me actually.
Okay, thank you, Rizka. Okay, so for this one, to the awareness team, actually in the long term, awareness team need to utilize MBKM partnership with the credibility. Is this done already, Bila?
Yes, it is ongoing, Cindy. It is long term, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, then thank you, Kak Gani. So for the next one, to conversion, to Kak Vera.
Yeah, it's already been done, but then like I need to discuss further for the new pivot, right? So it's a new conclusion already.
So to who you will be discussed about this, Kak?
As what we discussed earlier, I think I will bring Kak Bayu, Kak Ara, and maybe Mr. Jing to like help with the new refinement of the trial program for MBKM.
Okay, thank you for the confirmation, Kak Vera. And to the next one, to transformation to Kak Ara. How about any update on this one, Kak?
Ya, Shelin gimana progresnya kemarin udah bikin Slack channel kan?
Yeah, so like just yesterday or like 2 days ago, I forget. So I recently created like a Slack channel for the mentors, right? So I've explained like the gist of like apa the process itself. The reporting format not yet sih, because I'll need to ask them to the TIC like for the program, right, to get the template if there's any, and then basically just starting the preparations is so like for the bank accounts, heads up on like several things here and there. So for the reporting format itu not yet, but I've already like do a heads up juga sih on like several parts that we need to prepare for now.
Okay, Kak Shelin, when do you think the reporting will be done ya, Kak?
I'll need to ask if there's a template or not, see. So I think by this weekend should be able to get it, if there's any.
By this weekend, should get the template or the reporting?
The template for reporting, because we haven't like got the interns yet, right? So yeah, just like confirm with their side if there's any template that we can follow or we can like use our own gitu.
Oh, so you need to confirm with the MBKM site ya, Kak ya? Okay, thank you so much, Kak Shelin. To Miss Secretary, please put it here, yeah. So, please tag Kak Shelin too to get the template from the MBKM reporting site. Okay, I guess because our time is already up now, I guess we can conclude this meeting over here. And thank you everyone for joining today's meeting. Have a nice day.